To the air, it's Ward. They're trying to get to it. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they've built this dynasty at Alabama.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. And the pass is intercepted. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he added the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Miami 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking for a man, it's Ward. Takes the easy one to the back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They believe they can run right here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Finds a man on the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Here comes the 2-point try. He finds his man, and he'll be brought down.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete 2-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
Little surprised to see them line up for an onside kick here. Down 2 possessions, but a lot of time to play. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime, to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Milrow. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 21, Miami 6.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman,
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
A first down for the offense. They'll give it to Johnson. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Ward. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's going up top, and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
This offense has struggled to get any rhythm going, and the only success they've had is throwing to this guy. So no question here in the second half, they're going to try to do that more often, but the defense knows it. Nice job there in coverage, making sure that one fell incomplete.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Arroyo. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
that's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Looking to throw it again. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now improvising. He'll fire to his right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Steps away to find some room. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. And the Canes are rolling down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hurricane. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 21, Miami 14.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
From the gun, running back on the move. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give is to Miller. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. Wide open, he makes the catch. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Ward. They're setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's looking to throw it. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. rolls onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. On the return, it's Powell. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
He'll come out throwing on first down. A little screen to the running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nothing but green ahead. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. A 40-yard game winner. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard? Just like that, like you're talking about, Reese. Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by